Hey, how you doing? Justin here. In this lesson we're going to check out a solo guitar arrangement of the Beatles song Yesterday. So it's not exactly the same as the original recording. This is like you can play the chords and the melody at the same time kind of version. Like it sounds nice with just one guitar without a vocal. Works really well if you play this first and then you play the chords and sing it. It can work really nice as an introduction or a bridge if you're going to sing it. We'll go through one hand at a time, but before I do, I'll just show you all the way through what the song sounds like. So, here we go. This is going to be it. Then repeat the tune again. So let's get stuck in, check out the left hand, show you the chords, and then we'll do the right hand, check out the finger picking. Jedi Master. Here we are for the left hand. Now hopefully you've got the tab in front of you. If you haven't, it would be a good idea to get it. This first chord is actually a G chord, but we're playing it just with the second finger on the 6th string. The first finger is going down here on the note A, which is on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and the other string we're playing at the beginning is the open D string. So we're going to start off with playing the G, the open D string and the note A. The note A of course is not in the chord of G, but it's the note that gives us our melody. So we play first of all 3 notes together, then we lift off our first finger and pluck the middle 2 strings open. Now I'll go through which fingers are going to pluck in a little bit, so calm down, it's going to be alright. So chord, open, open, then the bass note, and then the open strings again. So, pretty straightforward. Now, the next chord is a bar chord. Now, the proper chord is an F sharp minor, but we're going to cheat it a little bit and we're going to move our 3rd finger over, so we've just got the bar on the 3rd finger down. Makes it a little easier to fret the chord. For those of you that are not so familiar with your bar chords, you might struggle with this a bit because it is a fairly tricky chord. The general trick with bar chords is to try and roll your first finger a little bit onto the side. Don't try and put it flat. Try and use your first finger kind of rolled around onto the side. This little part of your first finger here is a lot harder than trying to use the flat. It's about there, I'd say, on my finger is where it presses down. I don't know, how close up are we, Jed, on my hand? If I squeeze my hand like this really closely against the strings and then show you, can we see the little indentations?
Lift up your
there?
hand there, Cobber.
Yeah?
A little bit, yeah.
We can see the indentations. They're not on the flat of my hand, they're on the edge. So, you've got your first finger in a good bar position and your 3rd finger down here on the 4th fret of the 4th string, the D string. So we're going to play the bass first, then pluck the middle 2 strings, and then we're plucking the B string. So we've got this bass. Now when it moves to the B7, normally I move the bar over. So we're forming now our classic little, you don't have to tuck your finger like that, I'm just doing it to show you. So first finger would be barring, we've got our 3rd finger where it was on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and little finger up here on the 2nd string, 4th fret. It's okay to use your 2nd finger here to support your first finger a bit in the bar if you're struggling with it. This is the hardest part of the song, by the way, is this bar chord, so if you're struggling with this, it's okay, because you will get there through the rest of the tune, you just have to work on this little bit a bit extra. So we had the F sharp minor, bass, then the bar moves over, those 2 fingers, the little fingers joined in now, then we play the middle 4 strings. Now we hold that chord down while we move our little finger up, then play the bar note on the thinnest string, which is under the 2nd fret there, then 2nd finger is going down in the 3rd fret. So this is, you can let them all ring together. It sounds a bit weird like this, only because it's so slow. So we've got here bass, no, get to this, everything lifts off except the second finger. It slides back 1 fret, although you don't play the slide, and then you're playing the bass note, the E, and the thinnest 3 strings, but you play them all at the same time. Then lift it off, play the 2 open E strings, second finger goes back down. The chord part is just playing the open strings there, so thumb on that note, fingers pluck the next strings, thumb playing the open strings, and the chord again. Now we're down to, move to a C chord. We just play the bass first, then pluck the thinnest 3 strings. Now even though we don't play this note, it's a good idea to have the finger down just in case you accidentally hit that one. And so this is the C. Then we move over to this, it's a D chord really, but we're just going to play this third finger and the open D string. So the open 4th string here, and that note there, the D, and we run this down the scale here. Yeah, so we've got C, then to the D, then we're moving over to a G chord, but we're putting our first finger down here on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. It really makes it a G sus4 chord. So we're playing the bass note, G, and the D string, G string, and the B string, which is the note C. Lift off first finger, then we hit the bass again. Now it shifts over to this fingering, which is the 2nd finger and the 3rd finger playing these 2 notes. So we've got here, then both of those fingers lift off, and you're playing the same 2 strings. Then you pluck the open B string. Now what I'd recommend here is that you put these next 2 notes down together, which is kind of like an A chord if you were playing it not using your 1st finger, but your 2nd and 3rd fingers on these 2 notes, and you pluck this note first, then the open A string, and then that note. But it's okay to put it all down and go. Then 3rd finger shifts over to the note C. You can leave 2nd finger down if you want. You're going to pluck with the thumb and one of the fingers, it doesn't really matter, on the G string, open B string to G. Now, Jedi's giving me a 2-minute mark here for my for the YouTube thing. It has to be under 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play that intro part again, that first 7 bars that we've done, again nice and slow so you can see exactly how the fingers go, and then in, I guess, part 2 I'll run through what the right hand's doing, and then we'll do the second part of the tune after that. So this might end up being a few parts. Anyway, here's the first 7 bars, real nice and slow. Okay, we've got time for one more run through of that, Jed?
About 40 or 45 seconds.
Okay, no, we're going to leave it. Okay, so we'll be back for part 2 and I'll show you the right hand for that section. So see you soon.